he does take those few minutes off and he just comes back into the zone. And I really want to, understand how he really just gets into that zone, because after that, he just leaves everybody on set like dumbstruck. I think you have so many women who are picking up roles which have a voice, which have an opinion. You have to just keep playing different roles for all your life. I mean, you can keep doing the same thing also, but even if you're doing similar roles back to back, you have to just find new ways to do them.
So, Prachi, welcome to Instant Bollywood.
Thank you.
So good to see you, yeah?
Thank you. And you too.
All right, let's start with this, okay? Silence is already streaming online right now and it's gathering a lot of good comments online. I want to know how's the response been so far? How the fans receiving it?
I think pretty good. The intention was to do something different, and I kind of like the response for that. So I think it's good. It's been worth it.
All right. Okay. The important thing is you're sharing screen space with Mr. Manoj Bajpayee, sir. That must be really something special for you, right? Tell me, how was it sharing the screen space with such a good actor?
Oh, absolutely. I think today is not enough to sing all these praises of him. It's going to take me 2 more days on this call to just keep going on and on, because it's really been pretty amazing working with him. I only knew him for the kind of roles that he portrayed on screen, so I thought he's probably going to be so intense and serious, and I don't know, but he turned out to be a whole lot of fun. Of course, he's an institution in himself, like an acting and film institution. So it was amazing just observing him the whole time. I tried not to look creepy on set, just like gawking at him, observing what he's doing and how he's performing. But all in all, just too brilliant, too brilliant.
Okay, talking about observing, tell me what is that one thing that you observe about Manoj Bajpayee, sir, and you took it in and you're applying it as an actor and you're going to use it forward. What is that one thing?
What I really noticed was he of course puts in effort 100% into everything, whether it's a small scene, whether it's just a dialogue or a reaction or whatever it is. But what I did see is that he takes his 5 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes, sometimes 2 minutes off, just before a take, whenever there's something very important or a very long and big dramatic scene to be performed. So he doesn't reel in it the whole day, of course, but he does take those few minutes off and he just comes back into the zone. And I really want to understand how he really just gets into that zone, because after that, he just leaves everybody on set like dumbstruck. You're just blown by what a beautiful performance he just put up. So I want to know that 10 minutes, what goes through in his mind.
Okay, did you ask him?
uh, Not yet. So I think that he had so many dialogues to say in this film that we didn't get a chance to, ask him all of these 10,000 questions that we have noted down. But I think soon, at some point, I'm going to have to ask him these things.
All right, I hope you do. But let's talk about OTT as a platform. You're playing a lady cop. We've seen a lot of good actors playing lady cop on the OTT platform. One of the good examples is the Delhi Crime. I want to know how brave is OTT according to you? Giving chance to female actors to play a cop, because we've seen all the big actors playing cop, in the cinemas, but OTT has given a space for a lady to perform as a cop. Tell me how brave is OTT according to you, and what do you think as a platform?
I think it's pretty brave on OTT right now, because I think you have so many women who are picking up roles which have a voice, which have an opinion, or which also just portray a lot of strength, and that is real. Women in real life. That is how a lot of women are. So I think that OTT is sort of giving women a fair chance to bring out their real side as well. You can, for example, you can be a pilot, you can be a cop, you can be a teacher, you can be anything and everything you want. And I think that's the best part about OTT. Yeah, I think that's how even I got really lucky into playing a cop, because you know, my director said something very wonderful to me. She said she's a debutante director, and I, really give her so much credit and applaud her for first of all coming to me to portray this sort of a role. Like you mentioned, some amazing cops that we've seen on screen before. And yes, of course, Shefali Shah, Shefali ma'am, and Rani Mukherjee. These are like some of my favorites too. And also the beautiful actor we had in Sony, which is on Netflix. You've seen her, and she's a brilliant actor. Um, but I think the interesting part about playing this role in Silence was that it wasn't your conventional cop that you see on news channels, or that you see in films and shows that you've seen before. So this role was very urban. It was a very young cop, and a girl of today. So she's yeah, it was different. I didn't have to be screaming on top of my voice, or neither did I have to beat down people with my stick, danda. But it was a mind game, and it was a lot of fun. And that just it also made me realize that every human being is of such a different personality type. So sometimes, when for example, if we play a news reporter, or you play a politician, or you play a teacher, they're all going to be so different from each other, because their personality types are different. And that's why playing Sanjana in Silence was such an amazing experience, because I realized that, yeah, and all cops are not the same. You don't have to play a cop just the way that the news channels intend to show you. You can be a cop and be of any personality type, like personally, and you can still be good at your job. So yeah, something like that.
Were you waiting to play a cop in a movie or in a web series? Was this a role that you were looking forward to, and you immediately said, yes, I'm gonna do this?
Oh, I think just the sound of this was so different. I personally just been looking out for interesting stuff, to per se. So I don't think that I had these boxes particularly that I had to play a cop or something like that. But I love thrillers. Okay, I love espionage thrillers, and I love mysteries. And I've always wanted to be either a detective, or someone on the run. A criminal on the run, or something like that. And those always excite me.
All right, that's fair enough. But what do you have to say about? But what do you have to say to the upcoming actors? Who's struggling to get in the industry right now? What will be that one thing that you want to advise them to? Keep doing that thing like you did, because you had a great career. You started when, and now you're here, and we all respect you for that. But what one advice you'll give to an upcoming actor who's looking to get into the industry right now?
I would actually love to tell all those who are newly entering the industry, or who aspire to enter the industry, that just be fearless. That's the one thing that I guess I've learned along the way. There are going to be so many people telling you what you should or what you shouldn't do. But I think you should just go by your gut feeling or intuition. Sometimes, when you feel like, I think doing this may be right for me, it could actually turn out to be amazing for you. So don't care so much about the trends, and what somebody else is doing, and what kind of roles are working for other people. No, I think you should pick what would be right for you. And at this point, I think they shouldn't worry whether it's a theater release, or whether it's OTT, or whatever medium it is. I think just getting the right role is the key factor. So don't run after something that's virtually there. I think just grab the opportunity that's probably at hand.
All right, Rashi, do you know it's been 12 years to Once Upon a Time in Mumbai? Now it will complete 12 years in July. Do you know that? Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yes. Yeah, I was just looking to it, and I'm like, okay, tell me, what are the fondest memories that you have from the movie Once Upon a Time in Mumbai? I want to know that. Do you remember? Can we rehash that thing?
Beautiful, beautiful memories from Once Upon a Time in Mumbai. It was a very, very special project, I think, because it was just a beautiful film on the whole. And I think the music was fantastic. The whole team that, we worked with, everybody was so, so good. Particularly the music, I remember this because the film came out. In July, I think, 30th July.
Yeah.
So, it was already raining all over Bombay. Monsoons had begun, and they were, everything was like flushed and beautiful. Don't get me going on the traffic, never mind. But in general, everything was just really beautiful. It was that weather, where you sit with your book or your tea or your pakoras, right? And at that time we had songs like Pilu and Tum Jo Aaye and all of these released. So I'm not kidding you. Of course, those days we did not have social media like we have now.
Yep.
We didn't have smartphones. So yeah, wherever I went, I'm not joking. Whether it was a restaurant, whether it was the airport, whether it was anywhere, wherever I would go, they would start playing Pilu and on a speaker. And it
Uh,
was, I don't know what to say. It was so sweet, and it was also like embarrassing, and it was also funny, and it was beautiful. The feeling was just something else. So those days, I think, yeah, the connect used to be so different. We did not everybody even had phones with cameras at that time.
right.
So just what, 10 years ago, it
Yeah.
feels like a lifetime ago. Everybody didn't have cameras, so they would either like ask you to autograph the CD, or something like that. Sometimes T-shirts, sometimes your picture. It was just really sweet. It was just very, very sweet.
That's amazing. So I have some fan questions as well for you. I said on social media that I'll be interviewing you today. So I have a few questions. So tell me, Prachi, which is your favorite on-screen character that you like to play, and which was the difficult one, and which was the easiest one that you portrayed till now?
Which was the toughest one? Toughest one, I would say, definitely has to be the role I played in my daily soap,
Okay.
because I was 17 and I had to play the older sister among three siblings, and I had to just be such a responsible person. It was, oh, that was insane. So I think that was very, very tough for sure. Yeah, because I did not know what a person in those shoes would ever feel like. That was difficult. The easiest for me, um, I don't know which one was the easiest really. I feel like maybe all of them, because there was some connect or something there. Um, Probably, yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's take it as a fun one. Which was the most fun to play with? Now the easy then.
Oh, which was the most fun?
Yeah.
I think my role in I Me or May was the most fun, because she was an incredibly fun person herself. Gauri was a lot of fun, so I had a lot of fun with that.
All right. Jill is asking, what is your skincare routine?
Oh, hi, Jill. So the thing is that my skin is extremely sensitive, and which is why as much as I want to try a lot of new and different things, I usually cannot. So I stick to very, very basic things. I think I there's probably a face wash that I've used for the last 10 years, and I can't change it. Like I keep trying new things, but it doesn't really work for me. Same goes with basics like a moisturizer or so. I just stick to like one thing, and that's about it. But yeah, I've personally noticed that when I do yoga, my skin looks really, really good. Uh, or if I just sweat it out in the gym. And yeah, drinking lots of water. I know people are sick of hearing that, but I'm telling you, it's magic. Especially because pollution in today's times is insane, and I'm sure that you have to commute a lot, whether you're studying or working or whatever. Please drink a lot of water. Yeah.
Prachi, who's your favorite co-actor?
Oh, this is a tough one. Yeah, this is a very tough one. But I'd like to say, Abhishek Bachchan,
All
and I
right.
guess Imran Hashmi.
Okay, that's good. This is the last question, Prachi. We didn't see you on screen for quite some time now. Did you take some time out for yourself? Akshay is asking this question.
Hi. So I think that the gap or whatever you call it was a little unintentional. Of course, I was sort of waiting to do something nice and interesting, which is why I had to say no to a lot of things. But yes, I was still listening to scripts and reading scripts and all of that. But I did get a lot of time for myself, and it was really amazing because between shoots, like I had to go for work to Europe and Turkey. I mean, I went to Hungary, Austria, and some amazing places for shoots. And I took some time off as well. And it was just beautiful. It was so amazing. It was, yeah, just too good. So I did get some time for myself.
Okay, this is my question. Tell me how important it is for an actor to reinvent himself and how important it is. Tell me that.
Extremely important. I think an actor's whole being sort of revolves around reinvention, because the thing is that you have to just keep playing different roles for all your life. I mean, you can keep doing the same thing also, but even if you're doing similar roles back to back, you have to just find new ways to do them, and which takes a lot, which requires personal growth, which requires certain maturity, which also requires a different outlook, because if you realize every couple of years the whole world changes, everything around you, people change, the things around you change. Look at us, we're talking about a movie I did when we did not even have smartphones, and now the world is so different. There's Forget smartphones and social media. Look at us doing interviews like this,
Yeah.
which we never did in the past. So I think, which is why it's very, very important to keep reinventing, to keep adapting. And yeah, sometimes even if you're not bored of doing the same thing, probably the viewers will get very bored of watching the same thing. So you have to reinvent. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Okay, Prachi, this is this little game that I want to play with you. This is the end of our interview, okay? Now, this is name
Okay.
one thing that you would like to steal from these actors, okay? Anything it can be. So let me start with,
Okay.
yeah, the first one is Imran Hashmi. What would you like to steal from him?
I think I'd like to steal some of Imran's cars. He has some really cool wheels, I believe.
Okay. All right, Manoj Bajpayee, sir.
Oh, I would just want to steal Manoj sir's skill, his skill, acting skill. Just
All
want
right.
it.
Okay. Alia Bhatt.
Just how easily adorable and endearing she is without having to put any effort. She's just adorable. That's the quality I would want to have.
All right, fair enough. Priyanka Chopra.
I think definitely Priyanka's fearlessness, because we all know how amazingly confident she is. So I'm sure that confidence does take a lot of, fearlessness, because, yeah, to make the kind of choices she did or she still does, yeah.
All right. Ajay Devgan.
I would actually want to steal his dedication and his punctuality. Yeah.
Okay. All right. How about the Deepika Padukone?
Too many things, yeah. Firstly, would love to steal some height, uh, so that I have to stop wearing heels for life. Like, I don't need to bother about that. Her grace, I think the way that she conducts herself, and how photogenic she is on camera. Yeah, all of that.
Ranbir Kapoor.
I would love to steal. The way he emotes with his eyes on camera, and his dancing skills, it's just magic. So yeah, I'd love to steal that.
And Ranveer Singh.
How can you say Ranveer Singh without energy, without mentioning energy, right? So definitely need a lot of that energy for sure. And also, just his zest for life and work. If you notice, he keeps choosing roles one after the other that just shock you, right? Because he never does two things the same. He will
True.
always do something drastically different between from the previous. So yeah, energy and the choices and everything.
All right. Okay, Prachi, this is the last thing that I want to ask you. You know, the COVID cases are rising right now, and the situation is very bad. You know, I would like to give out a message to the people who are still not understanding that how serious the situation is outside.
Absolutely. Actually, to all of you guys who are watching us today, I really want to tell you that COVID is very, very serious. Please don't take it lightly. Don't wait for somebody of your own family, friend, or yourself to get into that situation for you to realize how serious this is. It's trust me, it's best avoided. So if you do have to go for work or something that's urgent and necessary, okay, please go and do take all the necessary precautions. But if it's just for recreation, trust me, you will get a chance again. So, just make a wise decision, and please keep your masks on for sure. Try and not touch your face with your hands and carry your sanitizers. And yes, please don't go very close to other people and have conversations or any of that. Just social distancing. I think we will go on and on because there's so much to keep in mind. But if they can just remember the basics, that would be awesome.
All right. Okay. All right, Prachi, where are we seeing you next? What are you doing after this? After silence, where are we seeing next?
There is a film that I'm doing, and there's also a web series that I'm doing. In fact, there may be more than one film that I'm doing, and I think I'm just eagerly waiting to hear announcements also. I know it's times of COVID, so things may take a little longer than expected because everyone's trying to sort of just figure things out at these times. But I just feel like the opportunities right now are many more than in the past. So that's a great thing.
It will be great to see you again. Yeah, we already like you seeing in silence. All right. It will be more
Thank
great than we see you
you.
more often nowadays. All right. We'll be waiting for the announcement soon. And thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I should just do like more films so that I can keep chatting with you more often.
Thank you.
Or even if I don't, we should just chat anyway. Um,
Thank you. We'll do that. We'll do that for sure. Thank you,
it's
Prachi. It
been
was
a
nice talking to you. Yeah. Take
pleasure.
care.
Guys, go watch Silence for sure.
It's already streaming on Z5, guys. Please go ahead and check it out. Prachi's done an amazing job in that. She's playing a lady cop, so you have to go and watch it. All right. Till then, me and Prachi are saying bye bye. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye, guys. Bye, Imran.